What do I look for when I'm shopping for a rental property? How do I know the difference between a rental property I want to buy and one that I don't want to buy or that I definitely should not buy? Seems like a simple question, yeah? And really, the answer's pretty simple, but you have to know some stuff to be able to dive a little deeper with it. That's what I'm going to share with you in the most simple terms possible of what I look for to know whether I'm going to say yes or no to a possible rental property. Here they are. I'm going to give you the 4 things that I look for, and then I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into each one to kind of help you get your bearings on them. Here we go. Number 1, hands down, the numbers. If the numbers don't work, I can't profit. And the whole point of investing is to profit. Numbers, profit, they go hand in hand. Now, the second, third, and fourth thing I'm about to tell you are really, if you want to look at them, things that help you sustain the numbers. The numbers by themselves, they need to work, but they're not going to work just by themselves. So that's where the next 3 things come into play. So we have number 1, the numbers. Number 2, the quality of the property. Because if all I ever do is fork out money to repair this property, it's going to be hard to sustain those numbers. Number 2, the neighborhood in which the property is located. And really, that's going to start speaking to the quality of the tenants. And I'm going to get back to that. And number 4, the quality of the overall market, the bigger city in which it's located. This matters for just overall sustainability of this rental property as an investment, because you want to have people continue to live there, to continue to pay rent, and to be able to eventually get out it if you need to at a profit. So those are the 4 things that I look for. Number 1, the numbers. Number 2, the property condition. Number 3, the quality of the neighborhood. And number 4, the quality of the market. Now, before I go on to give you a couple just small details for you to know about each one of those things, hit that like button if you haven't already, and or leave a comment about, do you agree with these 4 things? Are there different things that you look for rental properties? What are the specifics that you consider when you're shopping for rental properties? Okay, couple small details to help you out. If you don't already know how to run the numbers on a rental property, I have a video that literally shows me with a whiteboard going number by number on how to do this. I know this was the biggest thing that I didn't know that I even needed to know when I got started as an investor. So I'm going to put a link to that video below. The second thing is the quality of the property. That is pretty straightforward. If you're intending to buy a junker property and you're budgeting for that, great, cool. But what you don't want to hit is a whole bunch of unexpected expenses, because that's going to continue to just kill off your cash flow. So make sure any property you buy, I don't care if it's from the most trusted source on the planet, get a third-party home inspection done on that property. Heck, get 2 of them done for all I care. Just make sure that you're minimizing how many secret repair expenses you may encounter later down the road. Third thing, quality of the neighborhood. I'm going to use this to really speak about the quality of the tenants. I have another video where I dive into the repercussions and the consequences of having bad tenants in your rental property. So I'm also going to link to that video below, in addition to the video about learning to run the numbers. Bad tenants, in my experience, are the number 1 thing that kills my profits. Bad tenants can cause so many problems. They can cause drastic repairs, expensive turnovers, extended vacancies, eviction costs. Bad tenants are your worst nightmare as a rental property investor. So check out that video to learn more about them and learn how to help mitigate that. But again, that goes to the quality of the neighborhood. You're not going to have the finest tenants ever want to live on a super sketchy street. Or reverse, you're not going to probably have as good of a chance of getting super sketchy tenants on a high quality street or in a high quality neighborhood. The neighborhood also can pertain to exit strategy, and that can contribute to your profit. Yeah, I think I have a video on that. I'll link to that one below too. Exit strategy sounds boring, but trust me, it's important and it can put money in your pocket. So check that video out. Lastly, the quality of the market. What do you look for in a city that, in theory, is going to support your rental property? Well, first of all, you want a city where people actually want to move to. More importantly, part of why people might want to move there is it's a city full of jobs. It's advantageous to have a city that has multiple industries, because if it only has one primary industry and that industry goes away, guess what goes away with it? Jobs. And if there's no jobs, the people will not come. So you want to look at the bigger dynamic of the city, even if your property is not immediately in that city. What is the quality of the market in which you are buying in? Because if the big city nearby it goes under, guess what's going to happen to your property? Numbers aren't going to be sustainable, your exit strategy is going to suck, and the tenants are going to start to suck too. So you want to think about population, industry, jobs. I know how to decide on a market can be one of the most challenging things. I'll give you one more video to help with that as well. That is linked below. So there you have it. People have asked me for years, what do I look for when I'm shopping for a rental property? Now you know my answer. Numbers, quality of the property, quality of the neighborhood, and quality of the market. That's it. End of story. So what would you add to my list or change for my list? Throw that in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because I want to hear from all of you guys, everyone who has rental properties, because guess what? I still learn stuff too. So throw all that information down in the comments, and I will see you on the next video.